It's ranked higher than you, kill that person. Team that they have better than you, kill that team.
What I love about Vince is he's not a quiet guy. That's an advantage because it becomes infectious. There's a reason why they're one of the better teams in the EYBL. And then when you consider you throw Jordan Walsh into the mix, who has that dog in him, when your best players play hard, there's no excuse for anyone else.
Every time I'm in the gym, it's got to be a grind. Like, I don't have time to waste. Now's my turn.
I like being like the short corner so I can catch the ball and I can make a move, or I could 1-2 and go and dunk somebody. Bigs that run the floor get rewarded. You know, when you run the floor as a big, you know, you open up opportunities for everybody in your team. It's something that I utilize to my advantage.
Good job, Jordan.
Hey, what's Instagram? Huh? What's Instagram? This one?
You got your phone? Are you serious?
Does he ever flush anything?
No. Bro, you don't flush nothing. That was... Oh, it's in the range? They're up by 9?
Right now, they're up 2 right now.
What's up? How much time?
Wait, and court 3 right now? Court 3. Woo! Court 3 right now? 1 second. We gotta be. Easy. Out. Yeah. Right over here. Let's go.
We got a chance.
But they haven't updated it.
We got plus 15.
That put them at 14.
Damn.
Oh, that's tough.
Who we at, bro? That's what we need to have. It's crazy. It's my last AU game. That shit's crazy. Well, on to the next one. Good luck to you, boy. Good luck to you. Thank you. Appreciate it. It's crazy. It's my last AU game. That shit's crazy. Well, on to the next one. Good luck to you, boy. Good luck to you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Sir, thank you.
For more than 50 years, the greatest drag racers in the world have convened each March in Gainesville, Florida at historic Gainesville Raceway. For just the third time in the history of the NHRA, we are here to kick off the NHRA Pep Boys All-Star Call-Out for the Top Fuel category. This is a race within a race. It is a race where the competitors have to select their own opponents, and it is happening at the dawn of the NHRA Mission Foods drag racing era as we begin this brand new season with a bang, here with 8 of the greatest Top Fuel pilots in the world, and we are here where they will make their first round selections, having to look their opponents in the face and choose off against them for a massive cash prize that we will determine at the end of this 3-round contest. Welcome everybody inside the Top Eliminator Club. I am joined by a massive amount of NHRA drag racing fans. Let them hear it, folks. We are all fired up here for this Pep Boys NHRA All-Star Call-Out. I am Brian Lones, joined by Amanda Busick. Amanda, we have now done this 3 times in the Top Fuel division. We've never had somebody win it twice. Is this the year?
You know, Brian, you have to look at the last 2 winners. One is a 4-time champion, and one played host to the Fan Fest to kick off this weekend. So I think there's some people inside of this building that might be rooting for Josh Hart, but there's 6 other competitors that want to make sure that that doesn't happen today. You talked about that prize. That's $80,000 to this winner. There's 8 drivers that want that cash.
It is a warm and humid day here in Gainesville, Florida, but it's hotter than ever behind the stage, and that's where Bruno Massel is.
You know, Brian, it's definitely heating up back here because you kind of cut the tension with a knife. You know, you race for points, you race for glory and all that stuff. Right here, it's kind of like grudge racing, so to speak, because you've got an opportunity to call out one of your opponents. Maybe someone who did you dirty last year, you want to even the score. Well, you've got your shot to do so right now and make a statement as you head into 2024.
Well, Brian, as you said, it's the 3rd annual Top Fuel Call-Out hosted by Pep Boys. And to welcome on the stage the Chief Operating Officer from Pep Boys, Scott Collette, to talk about how important this event is for Pep Boys. Scott, this weekend doesn't get bigger in drag racing. It is the Gator Nationals, and those fans are celebrating you and Pep Boys. How important is this to you guys?
It's a big deal for us, right? We're pretty excited to be back again this year for the sponsor of the All-Star Call-Out and also the whole series. So it's a big deal for us at Pep Boys.
Well, Scott, thank you from us, thank you from these fans, and thank you for those 8 drivers back there that want that cash.
Thank you.
And one of those 8 drivers, of course, is our #1 seed. He is a 4-time world champion. He is the current #1 qualifier at these Gator Nationals, and he is seeking another win at the Pep Boys Top Fuel All-Star Call-Out. They call him the Kilgore Express. His name is Steve Torrence.
I'm Steve Torrence, driver of the Capco Contractors Toyota Dragster.
Hey, Texas, you have your own Top Fuel record back.
My strategy in the call-out is to get to the finish line first.
They're both triple-digit reaction time, and it's going to be Steve Torrence.
Fun fact, I'm actually a nice guy.
He is a nice guy until he slides that helmet on. Welcome the driver of the Capco Contractors Top Fuel Dragster and a 4-time world champion, Steve Torrence. Steve, the question remains, no one's ever been able to win this thing twice. You're the #1 qualifier. You got as good a looking car out here as anybody. Is today the day?
I sure hope so. Them Capco boys showed out last night and yesterday afternoon, so we got a really good hot rod right now, and we're looking forward to it.
So you are the #1 seed. You're the guy who had the most points garnered over the course of the last season through very strong qualifying efforts. Another qualifying effort that's strong this weekend. You get to make the first pick, and now's your chance.
We're going to pick the man in green, Josh Hart.
Hey.
Driver of the R&L Carriers, top fueler from Ocala, Florida, Josh Hart.
My name is Josh Hart. I'm the driver of the R&L Carriers Top Fuel Dragster.
How about Josh Hart goes to the top?
My driving style is mindless.
Josh Hart starts his season 80,000 richer.
What you can expect from Josh Hart is good competition, honest racing, and a lot of win lights.
Let's welcome to the stage last year's All-Star Call-Out winner, Josh Hart.
As Josh walks to the stage, we saw Steve Torrence walk out here with authority, and Josh, he calls out the defending winner from last season. Why do you think Steve Torrence picked you?
Well, our win-to-lose ratio is a little lopsided right now, so hopefully we can straighten that out.
When you think of the competition ahead today, we get to go compete on a Saturday. How does that change the weekend?
You know, we are very honored just to be here. You know, we probably shouldn't be here, so more laps, more R&D for our team. We need it, so no matter how you cut it, we'll go out there, we'll give it our best, and we'll see what happens.
Your first matchup on record, Steve Torrence and Josh Hart.
Thank you very much, fellas. The second seed in this Pep Boys All-Star Top Fuel call-out is one of the greatest stories of modern drag racing. A quarter-century quest for a world championship in Top Fuel Eliminator came down to one run in 2023. It was the Pomona Finals, and it was the final round on a Sunday afternoon, and your second seed won it. The driver of the Mac Tools Top Fuel dragster, Doug Kalitta.
Doug Kalitta, driver of the Mac Tools Top Fuel dragster.
All the way down to the end of the race strip, it's Doug Kalitta.
Yeah, so my strategy, whatever it takes to end up getting the final win and the big money.
The wait is over. Doug Kalitta is a world champion of Top Fuel drag racing.
You know, anytime you're up against any of these guys, it's you gotta take your gloves off and be ready.
Give a hero's welcome to the defending Top Fuel champion of the world, Doug Kalitta. Doug, come on over, man. First off, congratulations once again on the championship. You begin this season with that #1 on the spill plate of your wing, and you'd like to put another 80 grand in your back pocket this afternoon.
Yeah, for sure. That #1 looks good on there. It's taken me a little while, and obviously appreciate everybody's support for that. But yeah, Pep Boys, appreciate them stepping up today for us, and we're hoping to take the money.
Well, it's been a strong opening for the weekend for you. The car is running very well. So who is going to be in the other lane next to you in the first round?
Yeah, it was definitely a group decision because they're all obviously tough, but we're going to take Brittany.
Ladies and gentlemen, driver of the Monster Energy Top Fueler, Brittany Force.
I'm Brittany Force, driver of the Monster Energy Top Fuel dragster.
Hey, Z-Max, how about 336 miles an hour?
Driving style in one word, focused.
And Brittany Force with a new track speed record.
The Pep Boys All-Star Call-Out is such a unique event. It's going to be exciting for the fans. Drivers get out and they get to call out their opponents. It makes it fun, it makes it exciting. You don't know what's going to happen or how it's going to lay out, but the fans are going to love it.
She is a two-time Top Fuel champion of the world. Please welcome Brittany Force.
And Brittany, the guy that took over that #1 on a Top Fuel dragster from you, just called you out. What beats Doug Kalitta today?
Well, we kind of expected it. You know, we were #4 up here, #4 up here, and I had a good feeling we were going to get called out by Doug, which, Doug, we were just hanging out backstage. You couldn't give me any heads up? I'm kidding. This whole race, this is very unique. It's a fun event, excited to be in it, and it should be a fun day. We'll see how it goes down.
Good luck today.
Thanks.
First round is shaping up very nicely. You guys can roll right off the stage here, preferably walk off the stage, I should say. Now we move on to our #3 selector here in this Pep Boys All-Star Call-Out. One of the great American stories of modern drag racing, a family and a man who have worked himself quite literally from scrapyards to the top of Top Fuel Eliminator. He is the driver of the Scrappers Top Fuel dragster, Mike Salinas.
My name is Mike Salinas. I drive the Scrappers Top Fuel dragster.
Mike Salinas, he ran around him.
I'm excited about breaking speed records and time records.
Mike Salinas drives to his second victory of the year.
My biggest competition is myself.
The first band to ever achieve 300 miles per hour in the 8th. Please welcome Mike Salinas. Your Scrappers Top Fuel pilot, ladies and gentlemen, Mike Salinas. Mike, come on over. It's going to be tough today. We got a little cloud covered, very hot, very humid. We saw what your car is capable of last night. The boys put a nice tune-up in it. Who's going to get the wrath of that today?
It would have been nice if I would have had 8 cylinders, but yeah. I'm going to pick Justin.
Justin Ashley coming out swinging here. Ladies and gentlemen, driver of the Skag Power Equipment, top fueler, and the best lever in the category, Justin Ashley.
I'm Justin Ashley, driver of the Skag Power Equipment, Toyota Top Fuel Dragster.
I run the course like a workhorse, unlimited source. I move with force. And at the stripe, it's Justin Ashley.
My driving style is focused.
No way out. No way out. It's Justin Ashley. Another command performance for this young man.
I don't want to call out anybody because they're all good.
Wearing the cat's eye gold of Skag Power Equipment this season, please welcome Phenom Justin Ashley.
Brian, we go back to the regular season last year, and this guy was the one that dominated it. And Mike, I feel like you always surprise us with some sort of pick, but I was pretty surprised to hear Justin Ashley, the leader in reaction time in the category. Were you surprised?
I think nothing took us by surprise here. I mean, you got 8 cars that are just fantastic, 8 teams that are fantastic, and one thing's for sure, this is going to be a great matchup in the first round. It's going to be a great matchup for the fans. So I think here it's one of those things where you kind of just expect the unexpected.
Ladies and gentlemen, your first round matchup, Justin Ashley and Mike Salinas. And we have 2 drivers left, the unpickables, the unchosen. And the first one we're going to introduce to the stage is the uncomparable and incomparable Antron Brown.
Hi, I'm Antron Brown, driver of the Macro Tools Lucas Oil Top Fuel Dragster.
At the finish line, it's Brown.
I think my biggest competition is Doug Coletta right now. He's the one sitting on that high horse, and I want to knock him off that pony.
Antron's driving away. He did it.
When we go racing, we ain't showing any love because we're trying to destroy our competitor in the other lane.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the multi-time champion, one of the greatest ever, put on a fire suit, Antron Brown. Come on over, Antron. Now look, I don't know if you're much on intimidation tactics, but I do know you put on your fire suit behind the stage, and I feel like they just watched Superman put on the cape back there. Nobody wanted a piece of this.
I don't know about that, Brian. I don't know about that. Yeah, they saw me in my drawers back there, but it's all good. I didn't know we had to wear our fire suits, but the thing about it is this, when you look at all the people that came across this stage and you're going to see SL in the back there, I mean, there's no gimme rounds out here. Everybody's coming out here for business, but it's a little bit of an honor that nobody picked me, so that must mean that our team's doing something right. So the cool part is I'm looking forward for this first round, and it's going to be a monumental matchup. It's just like we're just coming back from that superstar shootout we have. It's going to be the best of the best, putting our best foot forward, and we're going to go out there and give it all we got.
He absolutely will. The man he will be giving all he's got against is a car that may not have been here last year, but it is here now. It is a very quick race car. It is currently qualified second in Top Fuel. It is the Coletta Air Top Fuel Dragster driven by Shawn Langdon.
I'm Shawn Langdon, driver of the Coletta Air Careers Toyota Top Fuel Dragster.
It will be Shawn Langdon, a wild one.
My strategy is to leave first and get there first.
Shawn Langdon goes to the #1 spot.
Winning another championship this year would mean a lot, and then I could put 2X next to my signature.
And now we welcome to the stage a man who has won championships in Super Comp and in Top Fuel Eliminator, Mr. Shawn Langdon.
Brian, based on what we saw yesterday, I think this may be one of the toughest matchups we'll see in this Pep Boys call-out in round 1. You guys have duked it out for many seasons. What's the best way to race Antron Brown?
Get there first. I know, Antron's a great competitor. Antron and I, we talk a lot during the week. I mean, we talk from junior dragster setups
super comp setups to, racing each other, and obviously Antron's a great competitor. I know Antron's not afraid to race us, and we're not afraid to race him. I think they got a little chicken to call us out because, we both have two pretty good race cars. So it'll be a good race. I'm really excited to race him first round.
They are both tacticians of Top Fuel Drag Racing, and this is going to be a spectacular matchup, as will all our first round competition. We're going to welcome all of our 8 competitors back up on stage for one final look at the entire group. And the next time we see you, it'll be first round eliminations at the Pep Boys All-Star Call-Out.
Get ready to race down the track with Mission Foods. It's a green light for the NHRA Mission Foods Drag Racing Series, packed with fast action and tasty products. Fully loaded tacos, fast wraps, piled high nachos. Whatever you crave, Mission will help you be race ready with easy-to-make recipes that will take your race day to the finish line. Keep your racing delicious and enjoy all the mouth-watering action. Brought to you by Mission Foods. Too fast, too tasty.
Who is Amalie Motor Oil? In all 50 states, in over 100 countries, for more than 100 years, we've kept the gears turning, the pistons firing, and the machinery moving. We're the largest family-owned, privately held manufacturer of superior quality motor oils and industrial lubricants in North America. That's Amalie Motor Oil. Better than it has to be since 1903.
This is not just a stop for allergy meds. This is a great price on what you need to survive the season.
Quick question.
Backed by an expert. Right in your neighborhood.
Thanks so much.
Walgreens.
Feeling from a backed up gut? Miralax works naturally with the water in your body to help you go. Free your gut and your mood will follow. For 8 grams of fiber, try new Mirror Fiber Gummies.
Cracked windshield? Make it easy and schedule with Safelite because you can track us and see exactly when we'll be there.
I have a few more minutes. Let's go.
That's service that fits your schedule. Go to Safelite.com.
Safelite Repair, Safelite Replace.
I'm Livy Dunn, All-American gymnast and Vuori athlete. When you're in the gym every single day like me, you need leggings that can keep up. That's why Vuori's daily leggings are my favorite fit. With a drawstring high waist and buttery soft fabric that moves with ease, you'll want to wear these every single day. From the toughest workout to running errands or just lounging. There's no mistake in the name. I wear these on the daily.
It starts with a grill, but it becomes so much more. An extension of your home. Not just a weekend retreat, but an everyday getaway right in your backyard. New Age makes it possible with beautiful all-weather cabinetry, grills, and appliances that transform your backyard into a complete outdoor kitchen. Visit newageproducts.com to book a free design consultation and create the outdoor living space you've always wanted.
With Rao's made-for-home brick oven crust pizza, delicious is finally in the frozen pizza aisle. We start with Rao's iconic sauce, then pile on all the best toppings, so your backup plan becomes a night you plan for. And pizza we crust.
The NHRA Pep Boys All-Star Call-Out is sponsored by Mission Foods. Make today delicious with Mission Foods. Now that's too fast, too tasty. And by Pep Boys. Pep Boys Auto Service and Tires. So the Pep Boys All-Star Call-Out autograph session brought together our 8 competitors. You can see Antron Brown and Mike Salinas. There's Doug Coletta, Justin Ashley, Josh Hart, Brittany Force, and then Sean Langdon and Steve Torrence at the end of the table talking strategy down there as the fans lined up. Not only get a glimpse of the trophy, but certainly get a glimpse of their favorite drivers, get some autographs, shake some hands, and send along those well wishes. The line stretched long in the Florida sun here at Gainesville Raceway. We can see the seeds here. We can talk about the 8 drivers, but really the top 4 get to pick, and that's different for NHRA drag racing.
Yeah, and of course, every driver in this call-out earned their position based on qualifying points, being the higher qualified car at all of the events in 2023. One slight change, Leah Proht was not able to compete, and that meant Josh Hart filled in that number 8 seat.
So he would love to redouble his efforts. He won this event last year, so he'd love to start his year out in 2024 to get the job done. The other caveat, of course, Austin Prock moving over to the funny car category brought Sean Langdon into the mix, and we know Sean Langdon has a far better car than he would have had otherwise at the end of last year. So these are 2 wild cards that we're going to be watching today as we look at our first round matchups. Torrence Hart, Coletta Force, Salinas Ashley, and Brown Langdon. Swiftly relocated to our broadcast booth up here. Had to bring my buddy Tony Pedregon onto the broadcast. And Tony, we saw the picks get made. Which one sticks out to you?
I was a little surprised that Doug Coletta picked Brittany Force. She, at times, can be very tough. Maybe they were basing that off of what she did a few weeks ago in testing at the pro event and what they did yesterday in qualifying. Not real impressive. I was not surprised, however, that everyone seemed to want to stay away from Sean Langdon based on his number 2 qualifying effort to this point.
Langdon and Antron Brown are the 2 racers that were not chosen by anybody, and it just so happens they will be the first pair out on the racetrack. And here's the numbers: 30 and 24 all-time head-to-head. In 2023, they were 2-2. Sean Langdon's car got a little bit better at the end of last season, but they made wholesale crew changes, and he is now the number 2 qualifier so far this weekend. It is a packed house here at Gainesville Raceway as we look at some of the key crew members on both of these 2 Top Fuel dragsters. The Coletta Air car, of course, driven by Sean Langdon. RevChem Composites, we look at the Matco Tools Lucas Oil Top Fuel dragster of Antron Brown on the left side. And the key names on this crew have changed over the course of the year. Now Brian Houston, the official crew chief. He is still working with Alan Johnson, but he is the man making the final calls on this car. The assistant crew chief is Justin Breaux. On the opposite side, Antron Brown is racing with the same group of esteemed gentlemen he's been racing for well over a decade. Whether we're talking about men like Brad Mason, whether we're talking about men like Brian Karate, Mark Oswald, Austin Wilson, Chris Watson, and Dwight Hoffman, this is a very well-oiled machine for Antron Brown.
And that's why they are such a threat. Antron Brown is a multi-time champion. You talk about continuity and the chemistry. This team has it. What they don't have the performance. They were a 1/10 of a second slower in qualifying based on 2 runs yesterday. And those changes with the Sean Langdon car have yielded some good results. Now remember, Brian Houston making the decisions on that car did take Doug Coletta to a championship last year. It seems they've duplicated the car, and it is now performing as well as Doug Coletta's car was last year.
Bruno Massa, what do you have on our racetrack? Mother Nature's been slapping it around today.
Yeah, she's winning now so far, but we're not, ending the fight right now. The track specialist from Tony Stewart's team has told me that the track looks really good. They expect to see the kind of numbers we saw in qualifying yesterday. Just a matter of can and hold throughout the course of the day.
We're off with the Pit Boys All-Star call-out, and the Flames go down, I should say, first for Sean Langdon. An odd run here as Antron 391.0 at 280. Langdon was out first and looked to be on a good pace for victory, and all of a sudden it went quiet.
Yeah, Sean Langdon had the better 60-foot time. That is the first increment that is measured. But shortly after that, now they were nearly identical. You can see the starting line advantage from Sean Langdon, but this is something mechanical. Look at the rear tires of the Sean Langdon machine, and right there you can see something mechanically happened. You can see the black tracks, but this track is very fresh. It's been ground. I don't believe that car was spinning the tires. It appeared that something may have broke, allowed the engine to rev up. There's Antron Brown in the other lane, not with the best run. You can see him encounter some problems as he was at about 600 to 700 feet in the racetrack. But at that point, Sean Langdon had really dismissed himself from this race.
So Antron Brown, you can see the misfiring cylinders there as that car did begin to spin the tires at the very top end of the racetrack. Will advance on to round number 2. Low ET in the first round will get to choose their opponent in round number 2. It is going to be Justin Ashley and Mike Salinas coming up next. Salinas wearing his familiar black Scrappers paint job along with the Brumo sponsorship. But for Justin Ashley, it's a new look with the same crew. The Skag Power Equipment sponsored Top Fuel dragster, along with partners like Phillips Connect. The team is led by Mike Green. Mentioned Mike Green as the crew chief, and Tommy Delago, of course, came on with his crew a couple of years ago and has been an integral part of their success, along with car chief Justin Karavis. And the work that is done in this Skag Pit area, we know how good it is. They won a half dozen races last year. There's Mike Green being shown backing the car, and we can look over at the Mike Salinas car. We should talk about Mike Salinas' crew as well. Rob Flynn, Aaron Cave, CJ Daniel, Adam Cave, and Mark Stewart. Those 5 names, Rob Flynn excluded, he's been with them a couple of years, but when we go to Cave, Daniel, Cave, and Stewart, the 2 brothers and their cohorts have worked together for many years.
Yeah, they have on this car, not a lot of changes, and this car is good for a couple of wins a season. You go back to 22, they were able to win 6 races, so right now they are the favorite. We can see the cloud cover, the track temperature has cooled off. It is better than what they saw in qualifying the first session. Maybe not as good, but we have conditions right now for these 2 cars to improve their elapsed time.
Mike Salinas called out Justin Ashley. Salinas desperately trying to pedal for a win, and he got him. 4:19.2 at 2:91. I thought he had lost that race 3 times. He gets to the finish line. Ashley goes 4:42.7, and Mike Salinas punched his way to a victory.
There's a few different lead changes right there. Of course, it starts with Justin Ashley, almost as we could have anticipated. Very good off the starting line. This is a look at Mike Salinas. He appeared to have the lead, and there it is. You can see those rear Goodyears. They started to skip, started to wobble. That means the car has lost traction. You can see those injector blades, they have closed. He's out of the throttle. He's back in it. You can see the chassis arch up, but at this stage, it was a better job by Justin Ashley in the other lane, doing the same thing, but just allowing his car to recover better. There's the cylinder out. The cylinder goes out because those rear tires have lost traction. It allows the engine to rev up. When the engine revs up, it pours and increases the fuel volume. That's why we see all the cylinders lose ignition, but it was Justin Ashley a little bit smoother on the throttle, getting to the finish line first.
Mike Salinas last year in the Pep Boys All-Star call-out defeated Justin Ashley.
Yeah, I'm going to correct that. It was Mike Salinas getting to the finish line. You can see it was Justin Ashley appeared to be on his way, able to catch him, but you can see the detonation, the engine damage, not happy because that car was spinning the tires, but an 8-cylinder only firing 6 cylinders.
Beautiful look there of Mike Salinas' classic flamed helmet. When we come back, round 1 continues at the Pep Boys All-Star Top Fuel Call-Out in Gainesville.
Brace for impact. It's Friday Night SmackDown on Fox. As the baddest superstars on the planet are unleashed in prime time.
Listen to this place.
All new Friday Night SmackDown, sponsored by Progressive at 8/7 Central on Fox.
Feeling from a backed up gut? Miralax works naturally with the water in your body to help you go. Free your gut and your mood will follow. For 8 grams of fiber, try new Mirror Fiber Gummies.
A new arrival alarms the Brotherhood of Muscle. Muscular features signal power and performance. Attributes they've never seen in this build. Behold, a new breed. Ready to swarm. Ready to sting. Ready to electrify. The defiant, power-packed, all-new hybrid electric Dodge Hornet RT. Performance electrified.
Domino's Perfect Combo includes 2 pizzas, 2 sides, and a 2-liter bottle of Coke. So we were asking real people how much they think all of this costs.
$35, $45, $50.
$19.99. I'm about to order that when I get home. It's Domino's Perfect Combo, and it's all just $19.99.
You have to earn the right to be in this show.
Give it every ounce that we have.
Coming down to the wire.
The NHRA Gator Nationals, Sunday on FS1.
Who are you? You wanted me to find out about her. She's got a sick kid, a dead husband. She's desperate.
I'm just the cleaning lady. She's clearly much more than that. Everything I've done for my son. I'm never gonna let anything bad happen to you.
The Cleaning Lady, Tuesdays on Fox, or watch anytime on Hulu.
Animal Control has arrived.
Sir, you can't park that here.
We're with the city, Fashion Police. We got a call regarding your pants.
With a herd of special guests, including horses, chickens, and
Lady Monkey Town.
plus felines and canines.
Pause where I can see him.
And this little guy.
I need you to take a step back. I can feel your breath on my nipples.
And if you've missed any episodes, watch them now on Hulu.
Hi. Yeah, you can come on over.
All new episodes of Animal Control, Wednesdays on Fox, next day Hulu.
We are back.
The Next Level Chef battle has begun.
You'll have to earn your place on one of our teams.
And you can watch anytime. Before sizzling new episodes every Thursday.
You don't get a second chance.
We need the best.
Who will make the cut?
I've been waiting for this my whole life. Sticky rice in 20 minutes? It's burnt.
On the most competitive season yet.
3, 2, 1.
Tonight was just not your night.
All new Next Level Chef, Thursdays on Fox and watch anytime on Hulu.
Everybody out there wants a partner and a best friend.
4 single farmers saddle up.
This might be hard to heal.
To find lifelong love.
Who thinks they've got what it takes to make it in the country?
Well, don't forget.
So it's all right. I'll just rip the other ones off.
Here, take that. I feel like the universe connects you with certain people for certain reasons.
We had a fire going, and that wasn't the only spark.
An all-new Farmer Wants a Wife. Thursdays on Fox and watch anytime on Hulu.
We are back. See a little gumbo being stirred with a paddle. When you're making food with a paddle, Tony, in my world, you're making the right volume of food.
Hey, Brian, I got to confess to you, those couple of breaks that I needed, I actually wasn't going to wash my hands.
You did come back smelling pretty good. The tailgating scene here at Gainesville is fantastic, but for Doug Kalitta and Brittany Force, the tailgate party ends right now. So here's what I really like. I like the fact that Doug called Brittany out here. We got 2 champions. We have our defending world champion in Top Fuel drag racing, and we have a 2-time world champion in Top Fuel as well across the racetrack. And this was Doug's selection. We can take a look at the folks that make up Doug Kalitta's championship level crew, the Mac Tools Top Fuel dragster, Toyota RevChem Composites. The 2 main names, the top one didn't change. That's Alan Johnson. The assistant crew chief, Max Savage, did. He came onto this team when Brian Houston went over to assume the duties for Sean Langdon.
Look, we do see a change there, but this team spent a lot of time making the proper adjustments so that Mac can just transition into that role.
And we look at Brittany Force's key crew people. The second name is the big one. John Collins came over from the team of Cruz Pedregon to work side by side as the assistant to David Grubnick. They call him Nacho. Nacho's a great guy. I mean, there's a great group of crew on this car, a lot of camaraderie.
Yeah, and of course, John Collins, been around a funny car for a lot of years, but he will work under the supervision of David Grubnick. And right now, these cars and teams realize that you can overpower this racetrack.
And that is exactly what happened to Doug Kalitta. 379.5 for Brittany Force at 331.28 miles an hour. Perhaps a bit more conservative than one would have expected out of that car, but for Doug Kalitta, tire smoke ends his day.
Look, and based on 3 pair that we've seen to this point, it does appear that conservative is going to be the correct approach. Now, this track saw some rain. The track prep team had to scrape it. They reapplied the traction compound, but here again, Doug Kalitta losing traction off the throttle. Watch him slowly not slam back onto the throttle. This is a very experienced driver. He realizes that you don't want to shock those rear tires trying to get them to re-grip the track, but at that point he can see that Brittany Force is already on her way to that finish line.
You can see that Doug Kalitta's 60-foot time was several hundredths of a second better than Brittany's, indicating that they had really come off with more aggression on the starting line. But slow and steady in Brittany Force's case got her to the finish line first. Now let's go to the top end. Amanda Busick with Antron Brown.
And Brian Antron was just pointing out that Brittany is low at the moment, so she would have that pick for the next round at this point. But Antron, you said that track is tricky out there, and you knew it in the burnout. Why?
Yeah, like anytime you come out of burnout and you let off, the car usually comes up. You can tell what the track's going to be like because the tire's the way they hook up. And when I let off the gas pedal, it kept on spinning. It didn't go to the normal like that. I was like, oh, I thought it was going to be like tight. And I was like, oh, Lord. I was like, let's go through it. And lo and behold, we left the starting line. I felt it good. It felt glued in. I was like, all right, man, it's going easy. It's going good. And then it started peeling them up there once you got past the 330 down there. Like we did it right where it's come together, like right before half track. And I didn't hear Sean around, and I was like, oh, come on, get to the finish line. Get to the finish line, and we held on. But, hey, Brian Karate, this Matco Tools Lucas Oil car, I mean, we're working hard. And Brad and Mark, man, we're going to go back, work on it a little bit. And the track should come around the more cars go down it. So we get another run in tonight. It'll be back to normal, I think.
So there's Antron's take as we get a look at our final matchup of this first round. That is Steve Torrence, who called out Josh Hart. 7-1 all time. But Josh Hart is the defending event champion, the man from just up the road in Ocala, Florida. And of course, we know Steve Torrence hails from Kilgore, Texas. For Josh Hart and the Ernell Carriers Top Fuel team, it is crew chief Ron Douglas and Dave Gatterall, the car chief, that are the two big names making sure he gets down the racetrack as quickly and safely as possible. And on Steve Torrence's side of the racetrack, it is a lot of the same names we've come to know on this Capco team, which is why they have been 4-time world champions. Whether it's a crew chief, the Bobby Lagana, Richard Hogan, Gary Pritchett, and the car chief Justin Crossland. So that is exactly what we have going on. Bruno has more on Steve.
You talk about that crew and the crew chief himself, Richard Hogan, the guy who tuned into 4 world championships. He told me as we started this round is that the 68 looks like it's capable out there. He said the first few cars, we'll see if they prove me wrong. We walked back up with Steve's car. He shook his head, said no, and then got into that control box and started adjusting those flows. They know that a 68 is going to overpower this track, and they do not want to go down that way.
Josh Hart just deep stage and the car shut off. Steve Torrence goes down the racetrack 370 at 336 miles an hour. Josh Hart knocked the top bulb out, went 30 on the tree, but then the car was off by the time he got past it.
Well, look, anytime a driver knocks that top light out, that is very strategic. You know, some of the drivers will get out of the car and say, look, that was an accident. Whether it was or not, it does create a little bit of a distraction. Take a look at the top lights. Right now, they're staged, they're pre-staged. That's the top bulb. You can see that light just pulsating from just the camera counting the frames, but you can see that did create a little bit of a distraction for Steve Torrence. However, what he did just prove that this is a good racetrack. They were targeting a 368. That seemed a little bit high, a little too much performance based on what we've seen. A lot of tire slippage, a lot of tire smoke. But what Steve did just in that right lane was run that 3.70. That's only 100th of a second off of that quick time that they made last night under the lights.
Steve Torrence now will get to choose his second round opponent. Brittany Force was going to have that honor. He just stole it. Brittany's with Amanda.
And Brian, take a live look at this. Brittany Force is on the phone with her crew chief, Dave Grubnick, and I know you guys are making that decision. I'm not going to make you tell me till you get on the stage, but what factors are you considering?
Right now, it's Grubnick. Hold on one second. Right now, you know, that wasn't what we were looking to run, but everybody's really struggling out there with this track after it rained and, you know, the track's lifting. But we turned a wind line on. It wasn't pretty. It was friggin' struggling to get down there the whole way. Hung my foot in it, turned a wind line on, so that's what's most important right now. Now we got to evaluate where everybody else stands and see where this thing falls.
It will be Steve's decision, so you might be called. Is there a driver left that you would like to drive?
I got to look at time slips again. Just got out of the car. I don't even know what anybody ran.
So Steve Torrence at 370, another impressive run. This has been the quickest car of every qualifying session so far, and now the quickest car of the first round of the call-up. When we return, we'll find out what's in the mind of Steve Torrence.
One of the main reasons for poor vehicle performance is a dirty fuel system. It can cause decreased fuel economy and actually do harm to your engine over time. By adding Lucas Fuel Treatment to your vehicle, it cleans and lubricates the entire fuel system. Pump, carburetors, fuel injectors, and valves as you drive. It also improves your vehicle's performance. It's a non-solvent product designed to protect both gasoline and diesel engines. Lucas Fuel Treatment. It works.
This season, Toyota Racing is looking for jaw droppers.
Break for Martin Truex right there, the fastest lap of the day.
Iron stomachs that can stand the pressure. And quick draw thumbs that leave their own smoke trail. So hold on tight and strap yourself in. This season, we want you. Join us at Toyota Racing.
The Earth is 70% water and 30% land. But the entire sky belongs to us.
Copy that. Aim higher, man.
Feeling from a backed up gut? Miralax works naturally with the water in your body to help you go. Free your gut and your mood will follow. For 8 grams of fiber, try new Mirror Fiber Gummies.
I'm Livy Dunn, All-American gymnast and Viore athlete. When you travel and train as much as I do, you find happiness where you are. On the mat or on the sand, movement and comfort are essential. That's why I live in Performance Joggers by Viore. Made from DreamKnit fabric that's made of 89% recycled materials, effortlessly soft and made to move as much as I do. My happiness starts here, in the softest joggers on the planet.
Learning to invest with Greenlight has really paid off.
Huh, reminds me of how I learned about investing. Yeah, I never learned about investing.
Is there water in this thing?
Bring your family into the financial future.
Thanks to Avalara, we can calculate sales tax automatically. Avalara.
What if tax rates change? Filing sales tax returns. Business license guidance. Cross-border sales. Item classification. Does it connect with the...
It is official. First Things First is a hit.
The reviews are in.
First Things First is a mix of analysis, tremendous chemistry,
and total ridiculousness.
First Things First, weekdays at 3 Eastern on FS1. A new era of spring football kicks off. March 30th, the USFL champs versus the XFL champs. UFL kickoff weekend, March 30th on Fox and March 31st on ESPN.
We are back here at Gainesville. This is a look back to 2022, and Steve Torrence won the very first Pep Boys All-Star call-out that was finished at the U.S. Nationals. We now go to the top end of the racetrack. Amanda Busick has the 4 remaining competitors, and Steve has a choice to make, Amanda.
And Brian Scott Collette from Pep Boys is up here with me as well, and he just looked at me and said, well, that was fun, and boy, was it. And I'm not sure how fun this decision is going to be. Steve, you just asked, why do I have to make it now? Well, you see the 3 competitors that are next to you. You've raced all of them throughout the years. Who are you taking?
So you guys threw this on me last minute. I didn't know I was going to have to make any decision, so I got down here and immediately got in the tow vehicle. I'm like, who do we got to race? I'm asking all these guys and girls what they're doing, but this is tough competition any way you look at it. You got a lot of championships standing up here on the stage, but if I'm going to call anybody, I just got to be my brother, AB.
I do want to go back to that last round, and what an incredible pick with Antron. The matchup with Josh, is there any reflection there?
I couldn't tell you. I'm still trying to figure out what happened on that thing. He told me his car was rolling through the beams. I saw the top light go out, and I'm like, Steve, don't mess up. Just take your time, go in. And the car went down there A to B, 370 flat, so we're really happy with it.
We'll go A to B to AB. You guys will match up in the next round, and you guys have raced each other throughout the years. You had Steve's number for a very long time, and then I think he tried to even the score with you. When you look at what Steve's car just did and the down track issues that you had, what will be the difference maker in this next round?
No, he's got to complete a run, and the good part is that we put our car back the way we ran in West Palm Beach. The first 2 runs yesterday, we were running something totally different, never ran, and so I feel good. So the main thing is make sure everything happens right. The tree felt good for us there. We got off the line pretty quick, so we got to do that and put one of our runs together like we ran in West Palm, like one of those high 60 runs, and let the chips fall where they fall.
Well, by default, the last 2 on the stage, Mike Salinas and Brittany Force, will face each other in this next run. And gosh, we've seen some monster throwdowns with you guys as well. And Mike, you know what the monster dragster is capable of. You know what Brittany is capable of. How do you set your sights on this starting at the starting line?
You know, I have 4 daughters, so I'm afraid of female. I just got to, you know, just do my job. She's amazing. They just did an amazing run. And if they do that again, we're in trouble. But we're going to have fun and give it our best shot.
You know, that sound never gets old up here, does it, Brittany? And as you look at this next matchup as well, Mike Salinas, the car is looking great, especially in that last run. Why do you think that made a statement as here of this second round in the Pep Boys?
Yeah, that was a good run. I mean, still, like I said, in the car, it felt ugly. It wasn't what we wanted to do, but it got down there, and everyone's struggling to get down there. So that's a big move for us, and it's kind of starting our season in the right direction. We want to win this thing. We came out of a tough season, so we're ready to turn it around. No better place than to do it here.
Well, you take Antron Brown, Steve Torrence, Mike Salinas, Brittany Force. Brian, I think we're going to be spoiled here in round 2 of the Pep Boys call-out.
I think we will. A couple of great matchups there to set up a final round in the 3-round contest. We get one more look here at Brittany Force's run.
When the driver's in the car, they can hear the engine rev up, they can feel the car move around more than they would like it to. You can see really the problems here are for Doug Lett. You can see those rear tires just start to shake before they break loose. But for Brittany Force, you know, I mean, this is a good, clean run under power. You can see it lose power just before the finish line, but not everybody's struggling. Steve Torrence does come into this round with almost a duplicate run of what he did based on the 2 qualifying runs that they've already had one day ago.
Steve Torrence making an aggressive pick, choosing Antron Brown. Mike Salinas will be taking on Brittany Force in our semifinal round. Tony, let's dive into the pit area here for the Monster Energy team. It looks like the service is moving along nicely.
Well, those bolts right there, they do have Loctite. They will be torqued down to about 140 or 180 foot-pounds. That's the flywheel. Then come the clutch discs, the floaters that set in between them, and lastly will be the pressure plate.
The work will go on, and we will be back shortly here to Gainesville. We'll bring you back into the pit area, get you up to date on all the semifinalists in the call-out.
Time. It's the only thing that matters on this track. And it's the only thing that matters in this field. If you're not making the most of every second out here, consider yourself second place. That's why I run Fendt, with a full lineup of industry-leading machines that maximize my efficiency. If every day is a race against the clock, I have yet to lose.
We push these cars to the limit every single time. It's 330 miles per hour, less than 4 seconds down a 1,000-foot drag strip. On race day, our crew does not have time for tools that are going to fail. We need the toughest tools for the toughest job so we can win. I'm very proud to be teamed up with Cornwell Tools. We've been with them for a handful of years, and to have a tool company on board and that we can win with, there's no better partnership. My crew trusts Cornwell Tools.
I love your dress.
Oh, thanks. I splurged a little because Liberty Mutual customized my car insurance and I saved hundreds.
That's great.
I know, right? I've been telling everyone.
Liberty.
Did you hear that? I just said her first word. Can you say mama?
Liberty. Can you say auntie?
Liberty.
How many people did you tell?
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, liberty, liberty.
Liberty.
Is this the start of a dynasty?
Ryan Blaney is a NASCAR Cup Series champion.
A redemption tour?
Ready to go to work.
Is this the face of a ruthless competitor or a villain?
I'm being your favorite driver.
Is it time for a breakthrough? To get back to breaking stuff? Or is this the makings of the wildest ride you'll ever witness? It's all of the above, and it's about to go down. Any questions?
The NHRA Pep Boys All-Star Call-Out is sponsored by Pep Boys. Pep Boys, auto service and tires. Now we take a look in the pit area of Steve Torrence and the Capco Contractors team doing what they have done so many times, turning their top fueler around.
Well, of course, we're going to disassemble the engine. You can see the cylinder heads coming off, and I noticed one thing. They were removing that fuel pump. There's a good chance that that engine, that short block, may come out unless they put it back on. But meanwhile, underneath the engine, there's a crew member doing the bottom end. He will remove the main caps, inspect all the rod bearings. Everything fresh or new will be cycled into this motor.
We talk about our continuing coverage here of these Amalie Oil NHRA Gator Nationals, and it continues on FS1 on Sunday at 8:30 a.m. Eastern. We're going to be live with our early rounds of eliminations, and then 10:30 a.m. Eastern, we continue on with that coverage. And then at 9 p.m. Eastern, you're going to come back in the evening on Sunday to watch the continuation and finals of the event. Wall-to-wall coverage on Sunday of these Gator Nationals. Of course, Tony Stewart's debut, one of the most massive stories of the 2024 season. It's been going pretty well. Tony Stewart, we were able to sit down with him in the pit area and get his mindset before qualifying started.
Hey guys, and another thing that Tony Stewart has surrounded himself with is a ton of fans down here that's ready for Tony Stewart to make his debut. And Tony Pedregon was just talking about that this is the big stage of drag racing right here at the Gator Nationals. Are you ready to step on it?
Well, it doesn't matter whether I'm ready or not. They're going to run cars today, and ours is going to be one of them. So I would love to have more runs in the car, but at the end of the day, you know, Mother Nature's dictated a lot of the lack of runs that we got in the off season. But I'm excited. I slept good last night and woke up this morning. I'm like, I know it's just qualifying today, but it seems like a race day to me. So the intensity's there. It's I'm proud of what we're doing in the history of our career in motorsports today. So I'm excited to be a part of it with these guys. We got to hang out with Antron yesterday a little bit during media day and some of the other drivers, and looking forward to this.
The dragster that you will be driving this weekend was runner-up in the championship last season. How much comfort does that bring you?
Well, the good news, it makes me feel like I'm the weak link right now, which is true. So the good thing with that is I know we've got a good group in place with both of these teams, with Matt's car and Leah's team. So, you know, now this year it's just about these guys having to wait for me to catch up to their talent level. So I'm looking forward to it, though. I've got to know these guys over the last 2 years, and now I get to drive for them. So it's going to make it a good time.
Well, I just pulled Tony Stewart out of some media interviews that are going on. I know it's been a busy morning for you. So many fans ready to welcome you to NHRA drag racing. One of the things that I loved is on the back of the hauler was your face. And it is real. Today is the day where this venture starts for you. What do you see over the next coming months?
I think I'm going to have a lot of fun. I mean, I love drag racing since I started coming in 2020 with Leah to the races. I really am impressed with the atmosphere that NHRA has and surrounds itself with, and how the fans get to be right here and see the teams servicing the cars, be around the drivers. It is an atmosphere that I haven't seen in motorsports in a long time. So it's really a neat experience to be here, but it doesn't take long. Once you come to one time, you fall in love with it immediately.
Tony's trophies. We look at what he has won and where he has won it. 49 wins in NASCAR, 11 wins in the Xfinity Series, 3 wins in the IndyCar Series and a championship there, a couple of Truck Series victories, and of course 2 in the top alcohol dragster category of NHRA. The sprint car wins, we'd have to put commas and dashes in there. There's so many of them, so we simply left those off. Safe to say, the man is accomplished. Mike Salinas' team firing up their dragster, warming it up. You can see the leaden skies here in Gainesville. There's a lot of tension in the pit area because the 4 semifinalists have all finished their preparations and are ready to tow to the staging lanes and throw down in just a couple of minutes. Antron Brown's team has completed their warm-up. They're heading to the staging lanes now, but when we come back, the semifinal round of the Pep Boys All-Star Call-Out will be on tap.
Out here, there are no business hours. No task too tough or too dirty. No load you can't handle. No height you can't reach. Because Suzuki knows there's no rest for the rugged.
Now available with as low as 0% financing or $1,000 in customer cash. See your dealer today.
Stipe, what's your problem today?
I just realized I've been wasting a lot of money by not shopping at GovX.com.
Isn't GovX that site where...
Yes, the site with all my favorite brands at discount prices for people like us who serve our country and communities?
Yeah, GovX.com, that's the one.
You knew and didn't tell me?
We're Ram, and when trucks are what you do Truck Month better than anyone else.
You do trucks that work harder and play harder. And you do trucks that win by breaking every rule of what a truck should be. So this truck month, what you should do is drive a Ram. Trucks are what we do.
Now get 10% below MSRP for an average of $7,500 under MSRP on the purchase of select 2024 Ram 1500 trucks.
This is a Big East tournament, folks. Bring the hammer. It's time to settle the score.
This is what it's all about. A champion will be crowned.
You know the crowd is ready. The Big East tournament tips off Wednesday on FS1.
A look down into the staging lanes here at Gainesville Raceway from the Pep Boys drone as we take a slow flight over the top fuel dragster of Steve Torrence, the Capco Contractors machine. Steve made the bold decision to call out Antron Brown for round number 2. It will be Mike Salinas and Brittany Forrest on the other side of this semifinal matchup. The crowd has been titanic today. They battled through weather with all of us this morning, and they hung in there, and they have seen some fantastic drag racing so far. Bruno Massel, you've been partying to it down there in the starting line. It's actually a pretty comfortable day down there.
It actually is quite lovely down here in the starting line, Brian. I'm not sweating. I mean, I got a little bit of shine going. That's just because I'm loving my job. But guys who are earning their keep doing their job right now are the track specialists for all the different teams, as well as the guys at the NHRA. With Mother Nature giving us so much to work with, these guys have to scrape the track numerous times, the folks at the NHRA. So the specialists now are trying to analyze, like Landon McGlizzy, the guys from John Forrest Racing. What they're telling me right now, if you look down on the starting line, you can see there's what we call bald spots, and that's because the Pro Stock cars have actually ripped up some of the rubber surface. So they're trying to determine how thick the rubber is right now on the starting line and what kind of grip numbers they got. It's the grip machine with the grip they're looking for with the keg machine, as well as the temperature itself. We're going to get out of the way because the top drill cars are started up right now. Right now they're telling you still want to limp it early in the run. Once you get past that 330, let her have it.
And the first pair of the semifinal round is fired up. Here comes Brittany Forrest, the Monster Energy John Forrest Racing Top Fuel Dragster. The two-time champion heats the tires, and along comes Mike Salinas. Mike Salinas is, of course, major claim to fame at this point in his career, being the first man to achieve 300 miles per hour in the 1/8 of a mile in a top fuel dragster. And, you know, Tony, from what Bruno said, this is not going to be the day to do that, with the condition of the starting line being a little on the touchy side. You can see the 8-4 all-time matchup favoring Brittany Forrest here. There's a few things that are really standing out. It's a few degrees cooler than it was. You have to assume that the track has actually improved from the first run. They didn't have a lot of time to work on the track. We're still trying to beat the weather. So for Mike Salinas, the strategy for them, they have to make adjustments. Their car lost traction, so the logic behind that would be, well, we got to slow the car down. You're racing Brittany Forrest. She made a good run. You almost have to think in the other lane for the Monster Energy car that they have to get a little more aggressive, because this scrapper's machine can be very dangerous if it's locked down to the racetrack. Mike Salinas made the final here last year. Brittany lost in the semifinal. Bruno, what else you got on Brittany?
David Grubnick told me when they came up for that first round, he make a gut check call and just try and back everything down. Now he's time to inch it back up. He needs to find a little performance.
In trouble for Salinas, he pedals again, but it's Brittany Forrest going to the final round of the Pep Boys All-Star Call-Out. Forrest goes 378.5 at 329. He did back it down, but backed it down masterfully. Well, the thing that's really going to stand out is take a look at the big starting line advantage for Mike Salinas. Just tattoos Brittany Forrest off the starting line, but steady, just like they did in the first round. They really didn't step the car up. They didn't get too aggressive. They didn't want to beat themselves in the other lane. And look, you can clearly see the jump that Mike Salinas gets. And right there, as they go by that 330-foot block, it's Mike Salinas that's already spinning the tires. He's trying to get off and on the throttle. But again, a full run under power for Brittany. It's going to land her into the final. A 379 earlier today, a 378 here. David Grubnick clearly has a plan and seemingly has a window of performance he feels this track can hang on to, and she's going to a final round to prove it. The next pair is going to be Antron Brown and Steve Torrence, and this is by design. Torrence made this decision. Antron Brown made his way through that last round of competition. Only went 391. Had to shut the car off as it was spinning at the top end. Yeah, there was a lot going on for Antron Brown, and they, a lot like Mike Salinas,
They have some adjustments to make with that car. We've seen it perform very well, and you don't really want to count on your opponent losing traction. I'm sure that they're going to get more aggressive with the car. The key to success on a racetrack like this, the grip level is actually good. It may be thin in some areas, but you have to accelerate the car early in the run. If it's slow early in the run, you start to apply the clutch. That's when it gets the tires loose. This is a 2,300-pound machine. You still have to accelerate early.
Summit Racing Equipment onboard camera here for Antron Brown, looking at the fire department copy overflow can there in the car, the blow-by can. We can see the 63 career matchups between these two. They've seen plenty of each other over the years. Antron still has the all-time lead, 38-25. But Steve Torrence in 2023 was 4-3. The reality is, Tony, just a couple years ago, it was not that close. No, it really wasn't. I mean, there was a time that Antron Brown's car was just outperforming Steve Torrence's, and there was a time where both in terms of performance, they kind of intersected. We saw a lot of good races, but Antron Brown is just one of the better drivers, one of the quicker drivers on the starting line. That is one thing that Steve Torrence is going to have to improve, but I don't think he's going to press a lot. I think he's got a high level of confidence that this car is by far quicker than any other machine right now, so I don't think they can get crazy. I don't think they're going to try to improve on what they did in that first round. You stole my thunder because Steve had a 116 light in that first round. I was going to ask if he could shake it. We're about to find out if he can. Side-by-side run, and it's Antron Brown. 376.1 beats a 376.5. The best side-by-side we've seen all day long. Antron Brown and Brittany Force will be in the final round, and yet again we'll have a new winner at the Pep Boys All-Star Call-Out.
Close to 200ths of a second in the bank off of the starting line. It was Antron Brown that was quicker. So a couple of things that happened. Antron Brown pulls out this victory right here. He was quicker on the starting line. He was actually quicker on the racetrack by 4 thousandths of a second, but the starting line advantage did help. So a couple of things happened. The driver did what he needed to do, get off the starting line ahead of Steve Torrence, but he also had a car underneath him that outperformed the Torrence machine.
Let's watch again here, and we can see Brown, that 055 light. It made a little move mid-course, Tony, but then seemed to settle in.
Yeah, and you know, this is going to come down to a bad pick. I mean, Steve Torrence chose arguably the car that was having the toughest time this weekend. They found the sweet spot at the wrong time.
Let's watch it one more time here as we see Antron. You can see the light on the right side of the racetrack. You can see the wing disappear. And that is the wing of Steve Torrence's front engine, or front wing on his Top Fuel dragster. This is Antron Brown motoring away from Steve at the end of the race. So now we know it is going to be Brittany, it is going to be Antron, and it is going to be a run for $80,000 when these two fight each other again in the next and final round of competition. Brittany Force, her Monster Energy Top Fueler, ran in the high 70s, as did Antron Brown. It's going to be a barn burner, and we'll hear from our finalists when we return.
The best of the best. Battle for the CONCACAF Champions Cup. Round of 16, leg 2. Tuesday at 6 Eastern on FS1.
All right, I'm going to change your world. That's going to be interesting. Let's go. I love to root for great. Yeah, you want to root for the underdog. Good luck with that. I'm controversial when I don't even mean to be. It doesn't matter how many times I'm right. You'll still argue with me. This is The Herd.
Always dry scoop before you run. Listen to me. Hot dog diet got me shredded.
It's time we listen to science. One A Day is formulated with key nutrients to support whole body health. One A Day, science that matters.
Name an ingredient you can see in this kind bar to win.
Almonds. I see almonds right there.
Yep, almonds. It's almost like the universe was talking to you.
Oh.
Here's your prize.
Nice.
Ingredients you can see and pronounce.
Why did we choose Safelite? We're always working on a project. While loading up our SUV, one extra push and crack. So we scheduled at Safelite.com. We were able to track our technician and knew exactly when he'd arrive. We could keep working. Safelite came to us.
Hi, I'm Kendrick.
Replaced our windshield and installed new wipers to protect our new glass. That's service on our time.
Safelite Repair, Safelite Replace.
We didn't just bottle lightning. We wrapped it in a metal shell, insulated it with high-density porcelain, and topped it off with Diamond Fire technology. So you can unleash a bolt of all get-out that turns crankshafts and heads like nothing you've ever seen. E3 Diamond Fire technology maximizes the fuel burn for more power and better fuel efficiency. E3 with Diamond Fire technology. What are you running?
We're Ram, and when trucks are what you do Truck Month better than anyone else. You do trucks that work harder and play harder. And you do trucks that win by breaking every rule of what a truck should be. So this Truck Month, what you should do is drive a Ram. Trucks are what we do.
Now get 10% below MSRP for an average of $7,500 under MSRP on the purchase of select 2024 Ram 1500 trucks.
They stepped up and enlisted to bravely serve our country. But life is challenging, and sometimes we need a shoulder for support. Two things that should never go together: veterans and homelessness. That's where U.S. Vets comes in. Founded by veterans to uplift veterans. U.S. Vets is an army of professional staff, donors, veterans, and civilian volunteers alike.
U.S. Vets is the home base for opportunity.
Craig Carton.
I'm in love with sports. It's a romantic thing for me.
He's brash.
You know, it's funny when you win, how it changes your personality, right?
He's to the point.
Mahomes is a beast.
And he says whatever's on his mind.
When you're the reason you lost, and you're not saying me, and you're saying we, I have a problem with that.
And is joined by pound for pound the best co-host in the game, David Jacoby.
Ooh, maybe I shouldn't have said that. I know that sounds cocky.
It's the Carton Show, weekday mornings at 7 Eastern on FS1.
And things are heating up in Gainesville. Of course, Antron Brown made a very nice run against Steve Torrence to pick up a victory as we ride with him here in the Summit Racing Equipment onboard camera. The header flames looking back to the front of those giant Goodyear slicks. The photo finish shows us exactly what we already know. Antron Brown advances on. Torrence went roaring by as he really drove that thing out the back door. But Antron Brown won the round, and Bruno Massel got up with his crew chief at the starting line.
Brian Crotty, that was a heck of a drag race there, separated by thousandths of a second. You see a 376 on the board. Was that the kind of number you're looking for? Because it's kind of like a mixed bag out here. You really don't know what to expect.
You know, after seeing Stevie run that first run, we were trying to make that kind of run earlier today, and then it took tires loose out there where they didn't drag the track. They couldn't. But seeing Stevie run that 70, it sure did make us press a little harder than that. I would believe that the numbers early were better to run like a 70 like he ran. Then it looked like it spun. It lost itself out there. But you know what? I'm happy for the Matco car. You know, I'm sorry for Steve-O picking us. I told Hoagie it's Stevie's fault.
Brittany Forcell race in the final of the Pep Boys call out. And when you got out of the dragster, I did see you look at the time slip and a little frustration. Was that to the reaction time?
Absolutely. That is not for what we're in right now with this team starting the season. That is not an acceptable reaction time. I need to fix that. It wasn't there the first run either, so I got to figure it out, get it fixed before this next round. I think we face Antron, so we'll be okay.
Are you hard on yourself?
I am. How can you not be? We're out here to win. I'm here with my entire team this weekend with our sponsors. My sponsors are standing on the starting line. There's all this added pressure. And at the end of the day, yes, we want to do good. That's why we're out here. That's why I love this sport. You know, you're passionate about it and you want to do well. I don't want to let my team down. I don't want to let myself down. So again, I need to correct that and fix it and come back better than that.
And a look inside the pit area as her team is servicing the engine of the Monster Energy Top Fuel dragster. John Collins, who is freshly working this year with David Grubnick, overseeing this crew of mechanics. So very experienced with each other, Tony. How does she get there? How does she get there from one round to the next? Where do you put yourself to improve? Fortunately for Brittany, she has a championship, a couple of them. She's been in this situation before where she knows that she has to raise her level of awareness, alertness on the starting line. She has a very tough opponent. Yes, at times have to let nature take its course and rely on some of that experience. As the teams complete their work, we will complete ours, and we'll be back in just a moment here from the Pep Boys All-Star Call-Out at Gainesville Raceway as part of these historic Gator Nationals.
say where there's smoke, there's fire. And this season's so hot, the entire track will be blazing. Tony Stewart, John Force, and more ignite a weekend of speed at the NHRA Lucas Oil Winter Nationals at In-N-Out Burger Pomona Drag Strip. Get your tickets today at NHRA.com. Free general admission for kids 12 and under. Get your tickets today at NHRA.com.
Behold, a new breed. Ready to swarm. Ready to sting. The defiant, power-packed, all-new hybrid electric Dodge Hornet RT. Performance electrified.
When you automate sales tax with Avalara, you don't have to worry about things like changing tax rates or filing returns.
Avalara.
When Lila was ready to sell her ring, she sent it to Worthy, where they took care of everything and auctioned it on her terms. Then, Worthy sent Lila her money. You're worthy of more. Get started at worthy.com.
Introducing the Core Collection from Vuori, featuring the ultra-soft, lightweight core short and jogger, both with a breathable boxer brief liner that ensures all-day comfort. Constructed with performance stretch fabric for ultimate freedom of movement and moisture-wicking technology that keeps you fresh during the toughest workouts. Basically, it's magic. Go commando in confidence with the Core Collection from Vuori.
Finished my chores. Ready for my allowance.
Greenlight is way better than how I got paid for chores. Mowing all those lawns really paid off. That was not radical.
Bring your family into the financial future.
A new era of spring football kicks off. March 30th, the USFL champs versus the XFL champs. The heavyweight matchup that the fans deserve. Spring just got stronger. UFL kickoff weekend begins Saturday, March 30th at 1 on Fox and continues Sunday on ESPN.
There was a kidnapping today.
We're gonna find this missing person.
Alert MPU, all new Tuesdays on Fox.
It was personal. No one was gonna stop me.
I want her on my side, I can tell you that.
Shirley Muldowney becomes the first woman in history to win Top Fuel Eliminator.
She liked to beat me more than anybody else.
Getting beat by a woman? This is Big Daddy Don Garlitz? There's a girl beating him?
It was a true rivalry. He hated me, I hated him.
She had no filter. I don't think your car can beat me. Don't bring that piece of junk up here. Didn't bother her.
She was a killer back then, and you couldn't get along with her.
The fans would go nuts, and that's what made her a star. We loved it.
And that's coming Wednesday, March 20th at 7 p.m. Eastern on FS1. A great retrospective look back at the life and times of Shirley Muldowney. Of course, the Gator National is a place that she had plenty of success at over the course of her Hall of Fame career. And we're going to find out if another woman, Brittany Force, can have success in the final round here at the Pep Boys All-Star Call-Out. Coming tomorrow on Fox, though, the NASCAR Cup Series gets heated. The best drivers in the world take on the Jewel of the Desert in Phoenix. Pre-race begins at 2:30 Eastern with the engines firing at 3:30. That's all happening tomorrow on Fox. The Pep Boys drone flying over the pits, specifically the pit area of the Monster Energy and this Matco Tools Top Fuel team. You can see the crowd kind of gathering there, watching the service get done. Our final rounds will be contested under the same gray skies, Tony, we've seen all day. Yeah, I think tomorrow Sunday's eliminations look the best, but right now the focus for Antron Brown is that he realizes he had a better car when he beat Doug Coletta in that first round. We should have expected that there was something special that this team could pull off, and right now, going into this final, they have a slight performance advantage over Brittany Force. Speaking of that final, let's take a look and see how Antron Brown got there. This week's Ram Road to the Final, powered by Ram Trucks. And we can see this first round, and neither of these runs have been backbreakers by any stretch, Tony, but they've been good enough. Yeah, problem set in for Doug Coletta. It looked like he was on his way to victory, but so early in the run. And it was Antron Brown, not with a very good run, but farther down the racetrack. You can see this is a 330-mile-per-hour dragster that only ran 280 miles per hour, but enough for the win. So often drag racing is like outrunning the grizzly bear on a camping trip.
You don't have to be the fastest guy, but you can't be the slowest.
And running downhill doesn't work. And for Antron Brown, he was able to get off the starting line quicker than Steve Torrence. They were able to outrun him by about 0.05 of a second on the racetrack. You can see the disappointment set in for that team. They may have pulled it back a little more than they wanted to.
Watch the left side of the engine. Very late in the run, the car does lose a cylinder just before the finish line. May have caused the speed to dip a little bit below where we would have expected. Torrence went roaring by as he drove the car through the stripe, if you will, on the gas. Antron Brown is on the gas. He's firing up for this final round, and Amanda Busick's with him.
Back in the pits with Antron Brown. The team has done an engine swap here. They'll be ready for their warm-up here shortly. And Antron, you were talking about the weather and that everything that's going into getting this dragster tuned up today. How much of an influence will that be on this final?
It'll be huge on the final right now. For some reason, everybody's trying to step them up and tune them up, and you notice like it's hard to run a high 60, and we tuned it up there going after it. And then after we saw Mike in front of us spinning tires, I saw the crew chiefs, I saw Brian talking. They started turning the knobs down because we were going to go for a low 70. And then they backed it off enough where our car show went 74. We didn't make it to the finish line. We dropped 2 holes before the finish line. That's why you saw 320 mile an hour. So should have run a high 74, 75. So with that being said, we're going to go on this final with Brittany. They're getting better and better. They went 79, 78. And Grubnick over there with JC and that whole monster crew, man, they know how to get it done. So our main focus now is that we got past Steve-O in that round there, and there's one more round to go. So we got to do what we did that last round, press harder, and get everything we can get out this track and try to squeeze some more power out this orange.
Antron, we did talk off camera about Brittany's reaction times heading into this final, and you said it doesn't matter. Brittany always races you tough, that every competitor races you tough out here. Is that motivation for you?
It does, because I know we got to bring the same level game every time. And if I mess up and I slack, that's when I get my pants down, and Brittany go out there. She did it before, 48, 52, 55. She could be 81 round against me. She's like, I got something for you, AB. So I'm going to go out there and do what we do. We've been consistent on the tree. That's why I go out there and do the same job, stay thin, hit the gas, let this Macro Tools Lucas Oil car, let it do its work.
I know we're out here having fun, and we're going to have this call-out final, and it's Saturday, and we're racing, but it's also the first race of the season. Just how difficult is it to compete on a Saturday?
It's hard, and the main thing of it is that everybody's trying to get their swag back, you know what I mean? And then you have a shootout race, the first race of the season. Who came up with that scenario? I wish we had it in the middle of the year, like where you got all your juices flowing like the U.S. Nationals, but you got to take it where you can get it at. And you know what? The cool part is it gets your mindset right. So if we get through here, we'll be good for race day tomorrow.
Of all drivers, Antron, I don't think we've ever worried about your swagger.
That is a factual statement, Amanda. And now we look at the Ram Road to the Final, powered by Ram Trucks for Brittany Force, and she started against Doug Coletta. A race that she didn't pick, but Doug did.
Yeah, and for Brittany Force, I mean, this is another car that was chosen.
Yes.
She was a lower seated car. She took full advantage of it with a somewhat of a conservative, but that seemed to be the best strategy in that first round.
So the first round got through there. You can see her on the brakes. Car bounced a little bit there at the top end of the racetrack. Then the semifinal round, she lined up next to Mike Salinas. The Brumos collection sponsoring Salinas. This is a killer car collection in Jacksonville, Florida you can check out. Meanwhile, Brittany Force is like, collect this. Header flings up to the finish line, 378.5. But the troubling number there is the 147 reaction.
Yeah, really late on the starting line. And, you know, she's going to express her disappointment in that. Of course, Mike Salinas, because they lost traction, didn't really make her pay the price, but it was good fortune for them. And again, a good car that was very steady, very consistent.
We send now our embedded reporter, Bruno Massel, to the Monster Energy pit area.
Well, I just heard Amanda talk about Antron Brown's pit, and they just did a fresh engine swap over here in the Monster Energy pit. They did not. They left the same engine block in, but basically tore completely down. So the team went ahead and knocked out the main bearings. They've gone ahead and put new pistons in, new rods in. They've got a new supercharger about to go in as well. You know, David Grubnick said it's routine maintenance, but at an accelerated rate. You look up in the sky, you can see why, because Mother Nature is threatening again for rain, and they want to make sure that they're prepared. Now, the day hasn't gone exactly as planned, but they found themselves getting 2 win lights, looking to get that third. So right now the team's trying to do everything they can, especially with that new supercharger, to get a little more power, a little more boost, something that David Grubnick needs to have more options to play with in terms of his tune-up. The more power you have, the more technical you can be in terms of deciding when to pull it back early and lay it on late. And these guys need everything they want or everything they can get, because Antron Brown on paper right now has the advantage by a couple hundredths of a second. And with his driving skills, you never count out AB in that team. So these guys don't want to be counted out as well.
They are going to be in the mix of this one, our qualifying coverage, Sunday, 8:30 a.m. Eastern. That'll get you wrapped up on final qualifying at the Gator Nationals. And then we'll go live, 10:30 a.m., immediately following that qualifying show. The first 2 rounds of eliminations live from Gainesville. And then you'll come back and see us at 9 p.m. Eastern on FS1 Sunday evening to conclude the race, find out who wins this historic running of the Gator Nationals and who officially begins their NHRA Mission Foods Drag Racing Series season in the most favorable way possible. When we come back, the next thing we will see, the NHRA Pep Boys All-Star Call-Out Final. With this, the red, white, and blue 45th anniversary colors of Antron Brown and the Matco Tools machine. And on the other side, the flat black and green Monster Energy Top Fueler. It's crew chief versus crew chief, driver versus driver, and 80 grand is on the line. Don't go anywhere.
And Doug.
Hello, Ghostbusters. It's Doug of Doug and Limu. We help people customize and save hundreds on car insurance with Liberty Mutual. Anyway, we got a bit of a situation here. Sure, I can hold. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Ghostbusters Frozen Empire in theaters March 22nd.
5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 15, 20.
At Camping World, we make seeing America fun and affordable. Take home this new Coleman Lantern or Rubicon for as little as $5 a day.
5, 10, 15, 20.
Or this new travel trailer for less than $10 a day. $15 gets you a new fifth wheel. And for only $20 a day, you could drive off in a brand new motorhome.
5, 10, 15, 20.
We make RVing fun, simple, and affordable. See America for less at Camping World.
5, 10, 15, 20.
It's all in the details. At Skag Power Equipment, we know what makes the difference between good enough and simply the best. From thick steel to heavy-duty components, Skag mowers deliver unmatched reliability and performance because, to be the best, you can't cut corners. Designed, assembled, and tested by hard-working Americans, we make sure every mower we build, every detail, is exactly what you need. Skag, simply the best.
Who are you? You wanted me to find out about her. She's got a sick kid, a dead husband. She's desperate.
I'm just the cleaning lady. She's clearly much more than that. Everything I've done for myself. I'm never gonna let anything bad happen to you.
The Cleaning Lady, Tuesdays on Fox, or watch anytime on Hulu.
Animal Control has arrived.
Sir, you can't park that here. We're with the city, Fashion Police. We got a call regarding your pants.
With a herd of special guests, including horses, chickens, and
Lady Monkey 10.
plus felines and canines.
Pause where I can see him.
And this little guy.
I need you to take a step back. I can feel your breath on my nipples.
And if you've missed any episodes, watch them now on Hulu.
Hi. Yeah, you can come on over.
All new episodes of Animal Control, Wednesdays on Fox, next day Hulu.
An individual can make a difference, but a team can make a miracle.
Don't miss one of TV's most gripping dramas.
There's a kidnapping today.
Put out the alert.
Experience the new season anytime.
I don't know what you're thinking about doing, but don't.
And every Tuesday, a new episode will leave you
having fun yet?
on the edge of your seat.
We're gonna find this missing person.
Alert MPU, all new Tuesdays at 9, 8 Central on Fox, or anytime on Hulu.
Animal Control has arrived.
Sir, you can't park that here. We're with the city, Fashion Police. We got a call regarding your pants.
With a herd of special guests, including horses, chickens, and
Lady Monkey 10.
plus felines and canines.
Pause where I can see him.
And this little guy.
I need you to take a step back. I can feel your breath on my nipples.
And if you've missed any episodes, watch them now on Hulu.
Hi. Yeah, you can come on over.
All new episodes of Animal Control, Wednesdays on Fox, next day Hulu.
The NHRA Pep Boys All-Star Call-Out is sponsored by Amalie. Better than it has to be since 1903. And day has turned in tonight here at Gainesville Raceway, the final round of the Pep Boys All-Star Call-Out on what has turned into a rocket-fast evening at this racetrack. Antron Brown and Brittany Force, they have raced 42 times in their career. Antron has a distinct advantage. Tony, we have seen many good runs on this racetrack over the course of the day, but these are the number 14 and 15 qualifiers currently. These two have snuck under the radar through the competition that's been happening in the Pep Boys All-Star Call-Out. Right now it's for $80,000.
Yeah, and the big payout is really going to overshadow them moving up. They know if they execute, if they do everything correct like they intend to, they're going to move up automatically. But right now, there's a lot of money on the line. That means a lot of pressure, but they do know in front of them, these cars have really eliminated any questions about this racetrack surface.
Brittany Force needs to bring it to the starting line right now against Antron. Thundering into the Florida net, a huge fireball for Brittany Force, and it's a 370 for Antron Brown, and it's a win light. Brown with an 053 light collects $80,000 in the championship of the Pep Boys All-Star Call-Out, and Brittany Force collected a pyrotechnics display at 1,000 feet.
This is what you call a triple-double right here for Antron Brown. He does it all. The driver did his part. The tuner, the team, everyone outperformed on every level, every aspect. Brittany Force. Antron off the starting line, a quicker elapsed time, a better speed, but you can see the engine damage right here. Good news, great news for Brittany Force. She's getting out of the car under her own power. That enclosure, that canopy is going to protect her from the heat, from that fire. You can see her just trying to catch her breath. A lot of those fumes get inside of that cockpit. It is supplied with fresh air, with breathing air, but the driver wants to get out. You can see that massive explosion. Maybe some engine damage for Antron, but much more from Brittany Force. But she was trailing even before that happened.
She did a great job, but that car was spinning the tire at the top end. Watch her drive this thing, Tony. It was moving around. Wow.
Yeah, she really lit up the night there. You could see, can't really see it. This is going to be a better look. You can see some of the damage that's taking place right there. You can see the sparklers, some kind of detonation inside the engine, and it just really explodes before it gets to the finish line.
For Antron Brown, this is a huge way to begin the season. The U.S. Nationals win last year with Major League, but this right here, the first race of the year next to that neutron bomb of a Monster Energy top fueler, is a fantastic locomotive-style piece of momentum to begin the year with.
Yeah, and look at the position that it puts Antron Brown in. It really moves him up. He is going into eliminations as the number 4 qualifier, and he's going to have some heavy pockets going up to that starting line.
Amanda Busick is a man who just put $80,000 of Pep Boys cash in his pocket. Antron Brown.
Oh, man, and the celebrations are large up here at the top, and you can imagine the swagger that was coming out of Antron Brown on that win. We have the presentation of the call-out trophy by Scott Collette, who's been hanging out with us from Pep Boys all day. And Antron, we talked about the motivation that you have when you know that drivers want to race you hard. Brittany did on that one, but this is yours. How better of a way to start the season for AB Motorsports?
This is great. It's a great momentum builder, but you know what? God gets all the glory, and I can tell you one thing. Our team, our Mako Tools, Lucas Oil, Toyota Hanksifers, FVP, SiriusXM boys did not quit. They did not quit. We came in here, we were struggling, kept our head down, and kept on going one round at a time, and we work hard like the distributors do. You never give up. This is our life dream. We're living that dream with AB Motorsports. And thank you to Pep Boys for doing what you do, supporting us, giving us a shootout like this, a call out, get that style. And you know what? This belt's heavy right here. I feel so high right now, I think I could take him on. Good job, boss.
Antron, I know you can do anything, but please don't try that. What a shootout, what a call-out, what a blast here today. Our coverage continues 8:30 a.m. on Sunday, right into our live coverage at 10:30 a.m. It was a great day here. Please stick with us on Sunday. Thank you to Bruno Massel, Amanda Busick, and Tony Pettit. Gator Nationals on Sunday.
First have been just outstanding. Efficient from the field, shooting it from 3, plays pick and roll. He is a big-time scorer, and that's going to be on display here tonight in Cincinnati.
Another sellout at Cintas Center, and off we go. Chase Ross captures it for Marquette. 22 wins for the year, a prospective 3 seed, maybe up to a 2, depending on how the Big East tournament goes in the NCAA tournament. They were a 2 last year when they got knocked out in the round of 32 by Michigan State. Here is Cam Jones off for Stevie Mitchell, who probes and kicks. Extra pass, Joplin missed it for 3, and the rebound popped in the air. The defensive player of the year maybe in the Big East, Stevie Mitchell.
And he has been crashing the offensive boards. That's now 9 offensive rebounds over his last 3 games. Rebounding going to be so important. And I think for Xavier, can they get off to a better start? The Georgetown game, they're down 15 in the first half. The Butler game, they're down 20-4. They have got to start better.
Sean Miller said in shoot-around, will their force be met by our force? That will help decide the first 4 minutes, which may decide the game, he said, as you're talking about.
Xavier's going to have to handle the basketball as well. 2 bigs in that lineup, and this pressure, it's going to be, can their size overmatch the speed and athleticism on the perimeter for Marquette?
That was Abu Usman with the miss, a tremendous offensive rebounder. Jones the lob, Iguodaro the finish, and with Kolek out, it's been a 2-man game of a different sort.
Yeah, that's a familiar look, but with a different face in there. Cam Jones, he's been facilitating. He's coming off those screens, just throws it up.
Speaking of, Quincy Oliveri knocks it down, the second best scorer in the Big East at 19 and change.
They're going to need a big game from Quincy Oliveri. Just 7 of his last 27 from the field coming into tonight. But we know he can score. He's put up big numbers all year long. He's going to have to do it here if you want to knock off a team like Marquette.
Chase Ross in a hurry out to Joplin.
It's going to be a tough guard there for Nze. Joplin's going to have opportunities.
Oh, is he? He missed that time. Rebound for Nze and Xavier. Davion McKnight throws it out of bounds. He has been really the most consistent guy in this.
No, he really has been. And here's just Cam Jones flying off down. That's that 2-man action that Marquette loves so much. And the thing is, this is putting Abu Usman in a really tough spot because you know Jones can score. Right back at you there.